Jean-Claude Van Damme, a name that once made waves in the Hollywood film industry with his top-notch martial arts and attractive appearance. But behind that halo are tragedies, isolation, and an ending that makes many people ponder. From attraction icon, what caused his career and life to fall into the abyss? Let's explore the ups and downs of the Belgian steel soldier in today's video, and don't forget to leave your thoughts after watching. Childhood and passion for martial arts. Jean-Claude Camille. François van Varenberg, better known by his stage name Jean-Claude Van Damme, was born on October 18, 1960, in Sint-Agatha-Berchem, a suburb of Brussels, Belgium. Coming from a middle-class family, his father, Eugène van Varenberg, was an accountant and florist, and his mother, Eliana, was a housewife. His family was not wealthy but always encouraged their children to pursue their passion. It was Jean-Claude's father, a martial arts enthusiast, who introduced him to karate when he was 10 years old. This laid the foundation for the martial arts journey of the small and shy boy, but with perseverance and burning passion. Under the guidance of Claude Goetz, a karate master in Belgium, Jean-Claude began to seriously pursue this martial art. Thanks to his relentless training, he quickly became an excellent martial artist. In 1976, at the age of 16, Jean-Claude began competing in semi-professional and professional karate tournaments. The highlight of his karate career was in 1979 when he won the European Karate Championship in the under 78 kilo category. This was a resounding victory, a testament to his talent and extraordinary efforts. However, not only stopping at karate, Jean-Claude also expanded his knowledge and training in other martial arts such as taekwondo, kickboxing, and Muay Thai. In addition to martial arts, he also studied ballet for 5 years, something that few people know. Ballet not only helped him improve his flexibility, balance, and body control, but also brought a unique style when he combined martial arts and performing arts on screen. Jean-Claude once said, "Ballet is the most difficult art. If you survive ballet, you can survive any sport." Despite his success in martial arts tournaments, Jean-Claude realized that martial arts alone would not bring him closer to his big dream, becoming a movie star. Fascinated by action movies by legends like Bruce Lee and Chuck Norris, he decided to immigrate to the United States in 1982 to pursue Hollywood. When he arrived in Los Angeles, he had only a few $100s in his pocket, knew no one, and did not speak English. To survive, Jean-Claude worked odd jobs as a waiter, taxi driver, and fitness instructor. He even worked as a pizza delivery man and red carpet attendant at events where he hoped to meet film producers. One of the memorable stories of Jean-Claude's journey to find opportunities is how he persistently knocked on the doors of studios and convinced directors and producers to let him audition. He once met Menahem Golan, co-founder of Canon Films, on the street and performed a 360-degree kick right in front of him. This made a strong impression, leading Jean-Claude to appear in B-grade action movies, and from there, his career took off. Can perseverance and burning passion help people overcome all challenges to achieve their dreams? The story of Jean-Claude Van Damme's childhood and arduous journey is proof of that. Hollywood hit? Jean-Claude Van Damme officially entered the ranks of international action stars with the film Bloodsport, 1988. Based on the true story of boxer Frank Dux, the film was a huge hit, grossing over $65 million worldwide despite a budget of only $1.5 million. Bloodsport not only showcased Van Damme's impressive martial arts skills, but also portrayed his style on screen. Powerful, graceful, and emotional. After the success of Bloodsport, Van Damme continued to attract attention with leading roles in martial arts-infused action films such as Kickboxer, 1989, Lionheart, 1990, and Double Impact, 1991. In particular, Universal Soldier 1992, in which he faced off against Dolph Lundgren, made him a global icon. The film was not only a commercial success with a revenue of more than 100 million USD, but also received the love of fans thanks to its attractive plot and eye-catching action scenes. These films all took full advantage of Van Damme's excellent martial arts skills and at the same time helped him affirm his position as one of the top action stars of the 1990s. Jean-Claude Van Damme not only stood out for his martial arts skills, but also for his unique performance style. His 360-degree spinning kicks and iconic high kicks became his personal brand. On screen, he was not afraid to perform his dangerous action scenes, which increased the authenticity and appeal of the scenes. In addition, he also brought a special charm thanks to his handsome appearance with toned muscles and a friendly smile. Van Damme was not only a good fighter, but also expressed the emotional depth of his characters. This sets him apart from other action stars like Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone, who are often known for their powerful yet unemotive style. One of Van Damme's most memorable moves is the split kick, which has been performed in many films. It not only demonstrates his incredible versatility, but has also become an iconic image of him in popular culture. At the height of his career, Jean-Claude Van Damme became one of the highest-paid action stars in Hollywood. He was paid between $3 million and $8 million per film, an impressive figure in the 1990s. He once shared that his highest salary was $8 million for Street Fighter 1994. With a series of blockbuster films, Van Damme quickly became a global icon. The 90s were a period when his name was associated with the martial arts action genre. His films were not only loved in the US, but also created a fever in international markets such as Asia and Europe. Jean-Claude Van Damme was once called the Muscles from Brussels by critics, a nickname that emphasized his origin and special appeal. His career during this period is a clear testament to how an actor can overcome language and cultural barriers to conquer Hollywood and the world. But behind the scenes was a rocky road with a declining career and shocking personal scandals. What pushed him from the heights of Hollywood to the depths of crisis? And was the resilience of the man of spinning kicks enough to help him overcome adversity? Decline and personal scandals. After the golden age of the 80s and early 90s, Jean-Claude Van Damme's career began to struggle in the mid-90s. The highly anticipated film Street Fighter 1994 became a major critical failure, although it grossed around $99 million worldwide. Many critics criticized Van Damme's stiff performance and uninspired script. In the years that followed, Van Damme continued to face a series of failures. Double Team 1997, a collaboration with basketball star Dennis Rodman, was panned for its content and grossed just $11 million in the US, well below its $30 million budget. Knockoff 1998, an action film set in Hong Kong, continued the flop streak, earning just $10 million worldwide. Hollywood began to lose faith in Van Damme's ability to attract audiences. He was gradually pushed out of major projects and had to accept low-budget, direct-to-DVD films. This marked a clear decline in the career of a star who had been paid millions of dollars per film. The decline was accompanied by increasingly serious personal problems. Van Damme revealed that he started using cocaine in the 90s and quickly became addicted. He admitted to spending more than $10,000 a week to satisfy this habit, which seriously affected his personal life and career. In 1996, he was arrested for drunk driving in California. This not only damaged Van Damme's public image, but also made it difficult for him to gain the trust of filmmakers. Jean-Claude Van Damme has had 5 tumultuous marriages. Among them, he married Gladys Portuguese, a bodybuilder, twice, but this relationship also encountered many difficulties due to his unhealthy lifestyle. In addition, the relationships with other wives, including Cynthia Derderian and Darcy Lapierre, also ended in tension and disputes. Gladys Portuguese once revealed that Van Damme suffered from bipolar disorder, which caused him to have mood swings and made it difficult to maintain relationships. Van Damme himself admitted this in an interview, and he said that recognizing his illness was the first step to improving his personal life. Van Damme has often been criticized for his unprofessional work attitude. There are rumors that he often arrives late to the set and does not follow the schedule. Some directors and colleagues have complained that he is difficult to cooperate with, sometimes making unreasonable demands. For example, during the filming of Street Fighter, director Steven E. D'Souza publicly criticized Van Damme for his partying habits, which led to him not being able to complete scenes on schedule. These behaviors not only damaged Van Damme's reputation, but also made him a risky choice for producers. In addition to his work attitude, Van Damme has also been accused of conflicts with colleagues. Some people who have worked with him said that Van Damme often appeared arrogant and difficult to approach. These conflicts not only affected his work cooperation, but also damaged his image in the eyes of the public and the film industry. Personal scandals and a decline in his career caused Jean-Claude Van Damme to fall into a prolonged crisis. He once shared that there were times when he felt hopeless and did not know what to do to revive himself. However, it was these difficult times that pushed him to look back at life and find ways to change. After a long period of crisis in both his career and his personal life, Jean-Claude Van Damme tried to revive his name by participating in more personal and unique projects. But did this help his declining life? Career revival efforts. One of the highlights was the documentary GCVD, 2008, where he bravely told the story of his life, from the peaks to the depths of his career. The film broke the mold of the conventional action genre and received much praise from critics, especially for the profound acting ability that Van Damme showed in the main role, a version of himself. The work was considered to redefine the image of this star, helping him regain some of the prestige he had lost in the film industry. Following the success of JCVD, Van Damme appeared in The Expendables 2, 2012, a film that brought together legendary action stars such as Sylvester Stallone, Bruce Willis, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and Jason Statham. Van Damme took on the main villain role of Jean Villain, and his performance reminded audiences of his glory days when he was one of the biggest icons of the action film genre. The film not only achieved great financial success, but also helped Van Damme receive new attention from both audiences and film producers. Not only focusing on projects in Hollywood, Jean-Claude Van Damme also invested in works related to his homeland. He participated in several films and television shows in Belgium, where he was not only an actor, but also a producer. These projects not only gave Van Damme a chance to prove himself, but also helped him connect more deeply with his home audience. Van Damme also actively shared his life story through interviews, reality shows, and social media. His confessions about his journey from a Belgian boy with a Hollywood dream to his mistakes, failures, and finally his efforts to stand up have inspired many people. He once shared, "I am not a perfect person, but I always try to change and move forward." Although he could not return to the top position as before, Jean-Claude Van Damme continued to appear in action projects that were appropriate for his age and experience. He also used his platform to reach out to younger generations, while emphasizing the importance of never giving up on your dreams. In his later years, Jean-Claude Van Damme faced a series of serious health problems, starting with psychological difficulties. Could he pull through? Health problems, and later years. In the late 2000s, he was diagnosed with bipolar disorder, a mental health condition characterized by extreme mood swings ranging from severe depression to extreme mania. The disease increased his difficulty controlling his emotions and behavior, causing chaos in his personal and professional life. Bipolar disorder not only caused mental difficulties, but also affected his ability to interact socially and work. Van Damme shared that during the peak stages of his illness, he felt extremely tired and out of control, and at times fell into a state of panic and anxiety. This illness partly explains the erratic changes in his career, from rapid rise to unfortunate decline. In addition to bipolar disorder, Van Damme also faced the consequences of substance abuse, especially drugs. In the 90s, when his career was at its peak, he could not control his habit of using cocaine and other stimulants. This not only negatively affected his physical health, but also caused his career to stagnate. Van Damme admitted that he spent more than $10,000 a week on drugs. Those years were not only a dark time in his career, but also a period when he suffered serious health consequences. His cardiovascular problems, nervous system, and overall health were severely affected by prolonged stimulant use. In later interviews, he even admitted that he felt he had lost his health and sense of freedom completely and could never regain it. After years of struggling with his health, Van Damme decided to embark on a recovery process. He began attending psychotherapy and actively sought support from family, friends, and professionals. Although his health could not be fully restored, finding balance and accepting reality helped Van Damme continue to live and work. In the final years of his life, his determination to overcome his health problems and substance abuse helped him rebuild his image, at least in the eyes of his fans and colleagues. Although he could not change the past, Van Damme continued to fight for a better life and was a teacher and inspiration to those struggling with similar issues. After a long period of turmoil in his career and personal life, Jean-Claude Van Damme has now chosen a rather private life and rarely appears in the media. In recent years, he seems to have withdrawn from the Hollywood spotlight, no longer participating in events or public projects like before. This can be explained by his desire to find peace and keep his private life from being disturbed by excessive public attention. Instead of participating in blockbusters or promotional campaigns, Van Damme focuses more on his family and personal relationships. He has made great efforts to mend broken relationships in the past, especially with family members. After many failed marriages and a strained relationship with his children, Jean-Claude Van Damme has tried to improve family cohesion. He shared that, although his life has been interrupted many times due to personal and professional problems, he realizes that family is the most important thing that he needs to care for and nurture. Part of these efforts is that he spends more time with his children and close relatives. Although he does not reveal too much about his private life, in some recent interviews, Van Damme shared that he is very proud of his children and wants to be able to set an example for them in facing and overcoming difficulties in life. Over the years, he has also actively participated in community activities, spending time on charity projects and programs to inspire young people. In addition, although he no longer appears much in the media, Van Damme continues to maintain good relationships with close friends and former colleagues. He is known to regularly meet with his former co-stars from his heyday and express his gratitude to those who have helped him throughout his career. However, Jean-Claude Van Damme continues to face personal challenges, especially in terms of health and mental health. His lack of public appearances is also a way to protect himself from social pressures and to take time to heal both physically and mentally. He has learned to accept and appreciate the little things in life and hopes to find peace of mind. Jean-Claude Van Damme's current life may not be as glamorous as before, but it is a life of freedom and a constant effort to maintain personal stability. With everything he has been through, he continues to be an icon of resilience, admired not only for his impressive action moves, but also for his ability to get up after every fall. And the truth is, Jean-Claude Van Damme is not only an actor, but also an icon in the action film genre, especially in the martial arts genre. Now, let's talk about his legacy. Legacy and influence. Starting his career in the 80s and 90s, he was one of the pioneers in bringing martial arts to Hollywood, changing the image of action stars at that time. In an era when action actors were mainly people without a solid martial arts background, Van Damme brought a breath of fresh air with his ability to demonstrate martial arts techniques, helping to create impressive and realistic action scenes. The high kicks, the artistic martial arts that he showed in films like Bloodsport, Kickboxer, or Universal Soldier made his name an indispensable part of the Hollywood film industry. In addition, Jean-Claude Van Damme is also remembered for his contribution to the development of the martial arts action film genre, making it an important element of Hollywood cinema. He was one of the first to make martial arts performances not just simple action scenes, but also a strong art form. In a world of cinema where action stars mostly performed simple action scenes, Van Damme opened a new path where high-level martial arts techniques were placed in big commercial films, giving viewers a new experience. Van Damme's influence is not limited to the peak of his career, but continues to this day. Modern action actors such as Scott Adkins, Tony Jaa, and Jason Statham all consider Van Damme one of their biggest inspirations. These generations of actors learned not only martial arts techniques from him, but also from his acting style, performing the action scenes for which he was famous. Van Damme was one of the pioneers in proving that an actor could perform all kinds of action scenes, from dangerous high kicks to violent fights, without the need for stunt doubles or excessive special effects. His influence even spread to martial arts action films in many countries. Filmmakers in Asia, especially in China, were inspired by Van Damme to develop Hollywood-style martial arts action films. He also contributed significantly to the promotion of martial arts and combat sports around the world, causing many people, especially teenagers, to start loving sports such as karate, kickboxing, and Muay Thai. Despite his ups and downs and not always being at the top of his game, Jean-Claude Van Damme remains an indelible figure in the hearts of movie fans. He is remembered as an icon not only in the action film genre, but also as someone who had a profound influence on popular culture. His films, especially classics such as Bloodsport, Kickboxer, and Time Cop, are still loved and watched regularly to this day. Thanks to the unique scenes, impressive martial arts, and the strong personality he portrayed. Despite going through many challenges, both professionally and personally, the image of Jean-Claude Van Damme has not faded. He is still loved by fans and praised as Hollywood's immortal action star, someone who brought moments of top entertainment to audiences around the world. His famous lines, such as "I am the muscles from Brussels," have become legendary quotes that action movie lovers cannot forget. With all those contributions, no matter how much time passes, Van Damme is still a monument in the hearts of action movie lovers and an indispensable part of Hollywood cinema. Do you remember which Jean-Claude Van Damme movie was your favorite? What impression did his powerful spinning kicks or breathtaking action scenes leave on you? Please share your thoughts in the comment section below. We would love to hear from you. And don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more interesting updates. Thank you, and see you in the next videos.